Hey there, and welcome to Throw Up Thursday. I'm your host, Dr. JJ Kelly, the punk rock doc.
Well, hello, and welcome to Throw Up Thursday, where you come barf your problems and leave feeling better. I am Dr. JJ Kelly, the punk rock doc, and joining me, here we go, is Olivia. There we go. She will be jumping on here, and she will have questions ready. And I'll answer them. And I've been online all day. Hi!
Hello.
Hi!
How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm a little bit tired. The good news is I'm camera ready. However, the bad news is I'm so fried from interviews and stuff all day. So,
You look good.
let's do this. We'll work together.
All right, teamwork.
It's so hot.
I know. It's crazy because I was looking at last week's and it was like cold and we were both wearing like sweaters and turtlenecks talking about like, ooh, chilly, time for fall.
I love that I get to wear more clothing, whatever. And now we both look like we're wearing swimming suits on a
We
live.
jinxed it. We like absolutely jinxed it, but you know, roll with the punches.
Yeah. I think this kind of heat though kind of wipes me out too.
Yeah, definitely. Well, do you want to start with a card as like a way to ease in?
Sure. No. I want to
No?
end with a card. Yeah.
End with a card.
go.
Okay. Cool.
Let's go.
All right. So I have one.
Yay! From you?
From me, yeah.
Yeah, okay, go.
So I've been having a lot of nightmares lately. And I'm wondering if there's something that I can do in like my nightly routine to help chill that out.
Great question. The answer is yes. Are you watching shows before you go to bed?
I'm watching like TikToks on my phone.
Okay.
It's like a short videos kind of thing.
No, I know what fucking
Yeah.
TikTok. God damn. I'm not that old. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know what TikTok is, but what is the nature of it? Just
Usually
funny?
yeah,
Political?
funny.
Are they political at all?
Sometimes, yeah.
You see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
The whole, like, the really for reals disciplined sleep hygiene says no screens at least a half hour before bed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even if we don't do that, I mean, you know, I always try to stay a little bit flexible with shit, because, you know, people are going to do it anyway. So I try to say, you know, that to do, you know, mind candy,
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter kind of shit, you
Yeah.
know? Avatar, The Last Airbender is
Mm-hmm.
my choice of, you know, powering down. However, you know, read a book.
Yeah.
You'll be asleep so much faster and so much more like in a rested, non-agitated place if you read Harry Potter instead of watching it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one. Two, I think with the heat, we have got to take a look at our water intake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I also think the change of seasons can be a little bit just like disruptive. I think there's a new moon. So moon stuff.
And a retrograde.
And, you know, there's sort of a big thing coming up called the election.
Yeah, and they're all like about me being attacked, so I'm sure that has something to do with feeling not safe in the current regime.
I mean, I also think you can kind of use dreams to work through some of this stuff. Like, if you could at all get lucid and fight off whomever is attacking you in your dream, you could have some sort of resolution, I think. The brain doesn't always know fully the difference. Let me say, though, you're not alone. Most people are having, myself included, are having like super vivid, agitated dreams. If you're mad at somebody and that's not resolved, that's going to show up in your dreams.
Yeah.
that happening, Olivia.
Yeah, but that's its own separate. I mean, I always have that where my dreams are me working out my own interpersonal issues. That's more manageable to me, but it's like the waking up like multiple times a week from like a fright.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, is definitely like messing. I mean, I just feel tired and like waking up in an agitated and like with fear is not fun.
And how do you comfort yourself when you do wake up with a fright?
Normally I like sit up a little bit to like get back into my body and like take deep breaths. Yeah, and I hold my bunny.
Yeah, a little there.
Sometimes if it happens in the middle of the night, I'll like walk around my house to like remind myself that I'm like in my house.
Right.
Because you know when you wake up from a nightmare and you're like, I wish I could like wake up my mom like a little kid, like I'm scared.
And sometimes you're not totally sure you're not in the monster's house.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
That's a great question, though, because a lot of people are having not restful sleep right now.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a crazy time.
I mean, this whole time since quarantine started, my dreams have been like so fucking vivid. And I think it's because there's like not as much stimulation or like you're not having as many experiences. So your brain is like creating, like, it's like equaling out in your day-to-day
There's
life.
something. There's definitely something with COVID and agitated dreams. I mean, I gotta ask, where's your cardio at?
Not great since it got hot, but I've been walking and I'm dancing in my room a lot.
Okay.
Not 20 minutes every day.
Yeah, say that part for everybody.
20 minutes of uninterrupted cardio every day. Just go for a walk. Nobody hates walking.
I'm going to pitch you. I know that was an impression of me. And moderate. It does not have to be like super, but you're right. Yeah, nobody really hates walking. Except when it's 92 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Holy.
It's hard. It's like, I hate being sweaty. So I'd rather have nightmares than be sweaty for 20 minutes a day.
And what do we call that in DBT, Olivia?
Willfulness.
Yeah! Nice one. Yeah, it's a great question. And that's definitely going to come up again in the next couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That relates
Nice
to another thing I had, which is more of a topic, but to talk about radical acceptance in regards to the election and the politics stuff that's happening right now. I think that's important for us all to practice.
In what way specifically are you thinking?
In the way of not obsessing about like future tripping, what's going to happen, of just like accepting, like doing what we can do, and that no matter what happens, we've like to be regulated, I guess, going into it.
Well, I mean, do something. Like, if you're having repetitive fears about the election, go do some work. Go do some volunteer work. Go, donate money to a cause. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. Some money. Something tiny. What I really loathe is when people get super scared about the political climate and then just sit there in their fear and do nothing. I mean, the time for action and activism is now. Yeah. Whatever it is that you believe, if you're sitting there freaking out, don't get in a narcy tailspin. Go do something. Body's telling you to do something. Ooh, we got a question.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Best way to calm yourself when you live with a parent who is your number one trigger and you tend to snap at them for the smallest things. Wow, that's a
Can I write this?
No. This is...
I know I did.
Oh, that's funny because I was having trouble making the question actually go away. I was gonna say I think Olivia ought to take a stab at this one.
I mean, that seems like point blank, like it came from my own brain.
Well,
so the question is how to cope with it.
Yeah, when it's like every little thing is.
Yeah. So that is very hard, and I can validate the frustration and the building blocks of frustration that come with that, because it's like it just fucking stacks. A lot of the time, since at least in my mind, how I've thought about it is like, since I'm living in it, I'll just let it go, I'll let it go, I'll let it go. But I'll say that, but not actually validate the fact that I am angry, or that it connects to some deeper thing. And so when you say, oh, I'm going to let it go without validating it, you don't actually let it go. You just push it down, and
Nice.
then it festers.
Nice. Sad.
And so I think it's important to validate, like sometimes if I, like, one little thing that happens with my mom that annoys me, I'll just like take a breath and just go outside and just remove myself fully from the situation and spend some time like repeating to myself, like, I'm angry, and then I breathe through it and then let it go. Because sometimes it's like, I'm not going to yell about like her not putting the cap on like the coffee or some shit like that.
You'd be yelling all day long.
Yeah. And it takes out energy that sometimes is not worth it.
Agreed.
I think sometimes it's important when there's like a bigger issue that I struggle with this personally, to confront and tell the truth about being angry about something and wanting something to be different. But the
difference.
How to tell the difference. But you can't do any of that until you validate.
That's right. A lot of times if things repeat, they might be part of a bigger issue, and then it's something to look into. Letting it go is not for politeness. It is for our own sanity. Also, looking for, is there fear or anger about something else, that the parent is the easy target, which they are. And that is not to invalidate that there is emotional activation. Our parents do piss us off. It's just like, that's just the thing. I would like to say the use of the word trigger. Our triggers are our responsibility, no one else's. So I want to make that clear, because we are triggered by something that has to do with our history, and therefore, as grown people, it is our responsibility to handle it. Not like they're not being an asshole. I'm not even saying that. It doesn't matter if they are or not. Our emotions and the regulation of our emotions are our responsibility. And I thought you might say this part, Olivia, because this is the first thing that popped in my mind, because it's happening all day long. Bingo card. Please.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. This is one of my favorite tools. It's a bingo card that you create, where you write down all of the predictable, annoying, triggering behaviors that whatever family member does, and you make it in your own bingo card. And then you just play bingo all fucking day. And so whenever they say something, you're just like, all right, cool, got a bingo. And it creates this like division between, instead of like being hurt when something happens, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I got a bingo. It's like, you're laughing at it. You're validating the fact that it's real, and that it's like, it's perfect for if you're being gaslit, because you can point to the fact that you've written word for word what is going to happen. So it's really great to like solidify your own strength, your own knowledge. And then you give yourself the treat of laughing at it and not taking it so seriously in a way that's like harming you.
Love, love, love. That was so well said. Love it. Yes, it is so good. You fucking nailed that.
I can text you, Jess, I'll text you some of my bingo cards that I've done in the past if you want to see an example. They're really fun.
The templates are online. They're so easy to make now. I mean, we from scratch back in the day.
Yeah.
But now there's like a template. I've taken 2 holidays. I mean, and plus, like the genocide holiday that's coming up is only going to add fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
And I just, that can be a hard time anyway. But man, with politics and with like COVID and like,
it's so hard. There's so much shit going on, and everyone is like losing their shit. So like pretty much everybody's at their worst and they're most dysregulated.
Yeah.
So it's fucking, we gotta like keep ourselves clean as much as we can.
And I even think an opposite, I mean, the bingo card is kind of an opposite action tool. And laughing at the absurdity. I mean, sometimes I just cannot help but laugh at how outrageous people's, like, I'm not even gonna like get pissed at it. It's so dumb. Like, I refuse to let something that absurd, whatever that is, affect me in a negative way. Like, that person's clearly a walking shit show. They don't get to like have an impact on my day. I think there's a powerful move in that. However, I would start very much with the validation, then move to the bingo card. However, I still want, who is this person, by the way? Do we have
it's my friend Jess.
Okay, Jess, I want you to still make sure you're validating your emotions with the bingo card. I don't want, that's a kind of a pro move. So we want to make sure that you're still doing the validation. And then the laughing part, how do you validate though? You Google emotion words, print out the list. Olivia, you can help.
I think I have mine. Let me grab it.
Okay. And all you say is, I feel, and then whatever emotion word you're feeling. And if you don't know what it is, like if you have some idea of what camp you're in, fear camp or anger camp, I mean, this one's probably the anger camp, right? So then go to your anger words, put yourself in the situation. Okay, this is what just happened. I had this interaction with my parent. How am I feeling? Okay, probably in the anger camp. And then read each of the words and say yes, no, maybe to it. And if you get a bunch of yeses, you're probably angry. So we're just putting words to our emotions, and that is validation. What do you got, Olivia? You got
I couldn't find it. But
That's
I
okay.
do. Yeah, but something that helps me is to say out loud the emotions that I'm thinking it is. And it's also very important to use emotions and not thoughts when you're doing this. So a thought would be like, oh, my mom's an asshole, which is not a feeling. I am feeling angry. And then I'm thinking that that person's an asshole. Which is, so saying out loud, I feel angry. Sometimes you can feel like a click or something in your chest that just like resonates, that's how you know it's that emotion. So a lot of the time I feel really anxious, and then I'm just anxious all day, and I'm like, oh God, I don't even know what I'm anxious about. Usually I try now to say, am I angry? And then I feel that is what I am feeling.
True. Yeah. If you check in with your guts, like, or your chest or whatever, your heart, what the truth is, it will resonate. You're right. You're totally right. And you've gotten really good at that too. And I would like for people to use scared instead of anxious, and sad or some other word instead of depressed, to get out of the habit of pathologizing our emotions. And because depression is a diagnosis, sadness is a feeling. Anxiety is a disorder.
Well, I think that's good. That's good too, because then it separates fear from nervousness. Because I think anxiety could be both, but a lot of the time when I'm like, being nervous is, I don't know, just like, for me that seems like a really important distinction.
I don't know that it is.
I don't know.
All just different words in the, I mean, for you, I'm not arguing. You can say what it is for you. However, everybody has different attachments to different words. Scared, terrified, nervous. These are all different levels of intensity usually for people. I don't really care what words they use as long as they're emotion words instead of thoughts or just all pathology that they've been taught from shrinks. Freaking, like lame. All right, let's do one more. And that's about all the steam I got.
One more. Okay. So this is one that I thought
Thank you, Jess, by the way.
Yeah, that was a great question.
Yep.
I needed that too, honestly. So,
Cool.
okay. So I thought we could talk about some tips on how to have fun with yourself, like how to create joy in solitude.
Okay. This is here.
Well, just because
Oh, are you asking?
oh yeah, just something that we could
I
talk
thought you were
about.
saying you want you.
Oh,
were
no.
talk about- Okay, that's funny.
This is now my live.
Actually, I thought maybe we should do it on your live. Maybe we should switch one and just see. I'm being your age. I'm sure you have more followers than I do. Okay, you think you can make that question a little more specific for me, please?
Oh, okay.
God damn. We've been over this. Oh,
I know, you said one specific one, and I gave you one specific one.
Well, here's what I do. I wear all the dresses that I used to when I was in the latest band that I was in, and I'd get on stage and I would sing. I have all these like super cool dresses. This one is actually like a Halloween print.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Totally kick-ass.
Oh my God.
So that's one of the things I do. And then like constant dancing and constant music. I'm laughing out loud by myself. Although I was doing that before COVID. It's just I'm sharing it with people now during COVID because everybody needs a little something. And if they're laughing at me, at least they're laughing. Who gives a shit? Like, it's still spreading the love. So
yeah.
What do you do, Olivia?
I've been doing a lot of dancing. And goofily dancing, which has been really fun. And now that like it's Halloween season, I've been going on walks on different neighborhoods to see all the decorations, which has been really like joyful. And when I'm walking, listening to music and even like dancing a little bit as I'm walking, just kind of like having like a fun little strutting moment and getting dressed up to just be in my house has really brought me a lot of like joy and sparkliness, I think.
Oh, that's so nice. You know, and helping does help. Our Fun on Wheels is super fun.
So fun.
This is fun. You know, like just getting the fuck over ourselves for a second and contributing to the joy in the world. I mean, Jesus, do we need that? And joy is totally my thing anyway. So, I don't know. It's not, doesn't make us dumb, like we're not paying attention to the world. It's actually a counter.
And like, how does it help to be miserable?
Yeah.
To like swallow all of it.
Yep, I agree. I mean, you know, I agree. But play, some form of play, and that can absolutely be done alone. The silliness, I will blow bubbles in my house. Like, I had that nice couch and beanbags and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, I better stop or everything's gonna be covered in like a weird film. And then I'm like, just one more. I have a roof deck. Why am I not outside? Well, because it's hot. So now I'm just gonna blow bubbles in my house. Watch, I'll like slip on the kitchen floor from a pop bubble or something like that.
Oh my God.
But ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Play. Who cares? Like you're alone. You can do
no
whatever.
One's watching. I used to get like caught up in my head if I did something that I thought was like really dorky when I was by myself. That was like when I was younger, definitely. But it's so funny to think about being like, ooh, that's weird. Don't do that. And it's like, really? Who's gonna know? Who's gonna know?
Every post I put up these days is some dorkalicious thing that I do on my own that now I'm just trying to embrace social media. So I'm just like putting it up, whatever. Like, yeah, that's a peek behind the curtain. And people like that. They connect. You know, when you're being yourself, people like that. And you're just doing it for, I mean, I'm not even talking about posting. Fuck posting. Just talking about like lightening up in your house and not letting the doom and gloom get to you. By the way, please put a time limit on doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Social media is an inundation right now, and it takes discipline to stop going down that rabbit hole. And if you're not disciplined about social media, do not come to me and ask me how to feel better. You fucking, I can't make, if you're not even doing that, then go away. Like, that, come on. That's like basic shit. It hurts. You can feel that. You can, I'm here too much.
I've started physically, when I know that I'm doing it too much, I like throw my phone to the other side of the bed.
Me too. Yes.
I'm just like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah. Not scrolling in bed could be a disciplinary rule.
Yeah.
Like putting the phone somewhere where you can't even reach it from bed.
Yeah. The soul sucker.
Yeah, absolutely, Ellie. I mean, really, we have to put boundaries around things in the pandemic that we never had to think about before.
Mm-hmm.
We probably ought to have been thinking about it. I mean, we in Unorthodox were thinking about it and talking about it. However, other people don't know that kind of stuff.
Nothing that we've learned during this time wasn't true before.
True. I agree.
So, like, the habits were things that needed to change in the first place. We didn't have to look at it as much as we do now.
I agree. That's what I've been saying online a lot during these interviews is like, COVID really has been illuminating the fact that nobody has any emotional intelligence skills. And the world, the general public, is starting to see the repercussions of having no emotional intelligence skills, and they want them. Mm-hmm. So that we've known that a long, long time. Not everybody has known that, and they're starting to know it. So, now's the time, I guess, to spread the knowledge, spread the love, spread the laughter, which we're doing. All right. Well, that was lovely. Thank you so much.
Nice.
You were kind of on fire there. Nice one. You showed up.
I'm on a roll.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting good at this shit, Olivia. Yeah. Nice. Excellent. All right. Same again next week. And do you want to do tomorrow? What are we doing tomorrow, Olivia?
So tomorrow, JJ and the docs are going to be out on doing Feels on Wheels on 63rd and College. We'll be hanging out from 2:30 to 4, just dancing, giving out free coping skills. There will be bubbles. It'll be probably not blowing the bubbles because it's not COVID safe, but they will be there. Unfortunately, maybe like in a plastic bag or I don't know.
Oh, I have a bubble machine. Done.
Okay, cool. So there will be bubbles.
Yes.
Be there. It'll be great.
Excellent. I can't wait to see you too. And bye.
Oh, I'm not going to be there.
Wait, you're not?
No.
How?
I emailed you.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. Damn it. All right. Well, Astrid, Allie. Yeah.
Corbin?
We'll you've got a question for tomorrow. See you there. Oh, okay. Oh. We'll see you tomorrow with the question. All right. Thanks so
much.
Bye.
Get in touch with me, Dr. JJ Kelly, the punk rock doc, at drjjkelly.com.